Hi, my name is Sangeeta Varua Pisharoti. I am here to talk about my maiden travel entrepreneurial venture jointly with Anuj Borua. Anuj is also from my home state, Assam. He is a well-known, well-established public relations personnel functioning from New Delhi. I've known Anuj for several years, but the biggest glue, if you ask me, between us is the love for the state and for the region, and the penchant in us to do something for it. That's the reason we have come together for this venture. And since the time I have stated publicly on social media platforms about this venture, a lot of people have been asking me, are you quitting journalism? No, I am not quitting journalism. That's my first love. In fact, it's actually you can call it as an extension of it, because my journalistic endeavor has always been to highlight the region, talk about its people, their problems, their culture, heritage. So why not then do it through travel too? What better way than showcasing the region to interested persons from outside the region to realize through their experience why we are such an important part of Incredible India. And this Incredible India is a bouquet of a lot of interesting things. And what do we actually bring, to this bouquet, So our food, our heritage, our culture, our people, our histories. Come, listen to the people there. It's a lived experience, and see that for yourself. It's also very important, I feel, because our history, our heritage, culture, all that are hardly taught, in mainland India. So, but we are also a very important part of this country. So then why not come? And we know so much about other parts of India. So yes, it's time. So and also the region you need to travel, you can travel now, is that there are better facilities now than what was, say, 10 years ago. So you are at an advantage. Okay, so that's something. And our maiden move is, we've called it the tea trail. But though we have called it a tea trail, I want to highlight, of course, we will be doing a lot of, things around tea, or things that have directly to do with the industry. It's like you will get an opportunity to stay inside the tea estate, see tea tasting, and do that for yourself. Also, if you do that yourself, if you want to do it, and meet the people who every day work so hard to keep this industry going, and also has a huge contribution, towards making Assam tea so famous. We'll also, of course, talk about the history and the people who actually made it possible, and the others who are carrying on the legacy. So that's one thing. But along with it, I also want people to see the sites, around tea estates of Upper Assam, particularly. So then it makes it mandatory for you to go to Kaziranga to see the one-horned rhinos, of course, to the Gibbon Park. There are orchids, we have lovely orchids. Come and see for yourself with the naked eye what things of beauty they are. Meet a lot of common people whom you usually would not get a chance to. In the Orchid Park, it's so interesting, the local women cooked a lovely meal, enjoy that, come, and a lot of villagers make interesting crafts. Then why not, promote their work? And this, I can assure you, each is a lovely piece of souvenir to take home. Then of course we can't do without the Brahmaputra, as Bhupen Hazarika said, that's our lifeblood, that's a stream that runs through our arteries and veins. So there'll of course be a ferry ride to Majuli, the repository of Assamese culture. The Vaishnava monasteries, most of them are mushroomed in around there. So come and enjoy. It's the ride itself is lovely. I mean, you will be able to interact with common people. And their everyday life, their struggles. And it's a beautiful ride through this huge expanse of water that is our Luit, the Brahmaputra. And of course, there are a lot of these constructed new edifices, like, say, the longest bridge. It's also over the Brahmaputra. So I just love it, and just standing on that bridge and looking at the open sky, and just below it is the Brahmaputra till the horizon, and that's where actually that's also the point where it enters Assam from Arunachal, and then again the river is coming from Tibet. So it's a beautiful, pristine kind of a sight you'll never get anywhere else. So that's there. And of course there'll be multiple opportunities to taste Assamese cuisine, both tribal and non-tribal, and you will be able to buy Assamese weaves, meet weavers, and of course there'll be a lot of storytelling sessions, I can assure you. We are trying to rope in a lot of local storytellers who will be depicting not just about the tea industry, but also Assam history in general. So that's these. So there are multiple things attached to this tea trail. And somebody yesterday asked me, you're putting a lot of elements. I said that's the idea, because a traveler, he or she, may not be planning another Assam trip. Because traveling through Northeast is also an expensive affair, okay, and you need time too. So you have to really plan it. So the idea is that if you have gone to a state, my endeavor will be to give you a general idea about the things, multiple things that the state holds, so that it becomes an experience of your lifetime. Even if you don't go back again, you will always think about that state. You will, as if you know it, okay? At least you know at least a bit of it, okay? So that's the idea. So come join us. And if you are interested, just say a hi to us at Firingoti Curated Tours at gmail.com, or we have a WhatsApp number also. I'll read it out here. It's 9958 372 662. So come, join us. And thank you so much for listening to me.